So what a man may find is that he generally finds it hard to stand his ground, to say no at the right times, to say yes at the right times, and to express who he is. And so because of this, it can be normal for him to be walked over and to do things that he doesn't really want to do. He may even be used to being abused by others. And so he will find it very hard to say no, to stand his ground, to assert himself. And if he was to look back on his life, he may find that this is more or less how he has always been. And through living in this way, he is likely to carry a lot of resentment, and he could find that he often feels very low and depressed, and he may even think about ending his life. Because of course, if he is unable to stand his ground, and he is generally being walked over, then it's not going to be a surprise that he doesn't feel good about himself or his life. And not only can he be used to hiding how he feels from others, but he can also hide how he really feels from himself. And other people could say that he is easygoing and selfless. And if his friends, if he has any, were to be honest with him, they could say that he is a people pleaser and that he needs to stand his ground. But if his friends take advantage of him, then they are unlikely to give him any constructive feedback. And so he won't hear this. But if he was to simply reflect on his own behaviour, he could simply see that he is a doormat, and that he is too easygoing, and that he acts more like an extension of others as opposed to an individual. And so if he has more or less always been this way, he could believe that this is just how he is, that he was just born this way. And so in order for him to stand his ground and to find his aggression, he could believe that he needs to take something or to raise his testosterone or something like that. However, what this may show is that during his early years, he was physically harmed or abused by his father. And so this would have been a time when he needed his father's protection, his guidance, and he needed him to be there for him so he could feel safe and secure to look out for him. But instead, this would have been a time when he greatly undermined him. And of course, as he was totally powerless and dependent at this stage of his life, he wouldn't have been able to fight back or to completely leave the environment. So he just had to tolerate what was going on. And so this would have meant that he had to repress his true feelings and just to suck it up, just to go along with this. And over time, he would have lost touch with his true self, and he would have lost touch with his aggression or his fight instinct. And so he would have been completely defenseless at this stage of his life. And now that he's an adult, as he is out of touch with the fire that is within him, he will continue to be defenseless. And not only this, he will carry all the pain or most of it, and he is likely to carry a deep sense of violation. So it's then to be expected that he will recreate unconsciously situations where he will be mistreated again, because that's what is taking place. That is the energy that he is carrying. He will be carrying a victim energy. And so if you're a man and you can relate to this, you can see that you are more or less completely estranged from your aggression, and you are sick and tired of this, and you want to reintegrate this part of you and to live a great life. And you may need to reach out for external support so that you can work through your wounds and to reconnect to this aggression and to fully step into your power. Because what took place wasn't your fault, and you deserve to live a great life. But of course, you need to take the right steps. But the main thing is that you take action and don't allow yourself to suffer in silence. So please reach out for the assistance that you need to gradually change your life. If you would like to find out more about the services that I offer, please go to www.oliverjrcooper.co.uk or email me at info@oliverjrcooper.co.uk, and I'm looking forward to assisting you on your journey.